AI agents are about to change how people work, and most people don't even realize it yet. Because this isn't just another AI tool. This is the beginning of AI that can actually do work for you. And once you understand what's coming, you'll see why this is a much bigger deal than most people think.
What are AI agents? Right now, most people think of AI as something like ChatGPT. You open a chat, you type a question, and you get an answer. That's it. It's powerful, but still limited, because the entire responsibility of using that answer is still on you. You interpret it, you decide what to do with it, you copy, paste, organize, plan, execute. The AI helps you think, but it doesn't act. AI agents change that completely. An AI agent is a system that doesn't just respond to prompts, it understands goals. It plans steps. It uses tools like browsers, apps, APIs, and databases, and it executes tasks with minimal human input. In simple terms, ChatGPT is like a smart advisor. An AI agent is like a digital employee. You don't ask it endless questions. You give it a mission, and it figures out how to get it done. For example, research competitors in this market and summarize opportunities. And instead of waiting for instructions at every step, it figures out how to complete the entire task. Search, analyze, filter, summarize, deliver, send. That ability to operate independently is what makes it different. And this is where it gets interesting. In technical terms, AI agents usually follow a cycle: perception, reasoning, action, feedback, adaptation. They observe data, decide what to do, act using tools, learn from results, and improve the next step. That loop is what makes them feel less like software and more like workers.
How they work behind the scenes. To understand AI agents properly, you need to look under the surface. At the core of most AI agents is a large language model. This is the brain. But the brain alone is not enough. So developers add 3 critical layers. First, memory. This allows the agent to remember context, previous tasks, user preferences, and ongoing workflows. Second, tools. These are connections to real systems like Google, Gmail, Excel, CRMs, calendars, and websites. Third, planning systems. This is what lets the agent break a big goal into smaller steps. For example, if you say, "Plan my business launch," it might break it down into market research, competitor analysis, branding ideas, timeline, email draft, task list. Then it starts executing each step using tools. This is why AI agents are often called agentic systems, because they don't just generate information, they operate inside systems. They move data, trigger actions, and interact with software just like a human would. Here's the part most people miss. A chatbot waits for input. An agent keeps going until the job is done.
This is where things start to get serious. Because AI agents are not just about efficiency. This isn't just about saving time. This changes how work gets done. For the first time, work is becoming delegatable at scale. Not just repetitive tasks, but structured thinking tasks. That means tasks that once required human attention can now be handled by autonomous systems. And that changes business economics completely. Tasks that used to take hours now take minutes. Teams that used to require 10 people can sometimes operate with 2 people and a set of agents. This doesn't just increase productivity, it restructures it. We've seen this before. Industrial machines replaced physical labor. Software replaced paper processes. Now, AI agents are replacing parts of knowledge work. The most important shift is this. Work is no longer about doing everything yourself. It's about managing systems that do it for you. But there's also a second layer to this. AI agents can operate 24/7. They don't sleep. They don't lose focus. They don't get overwhelmed by volume. So the scale of output becomes very different from human-only systems. That's why companies are moving fast in this direction. Because whoever uses agents better operates faster, cheaper, and more efficiently than competitors.
Let's make this real. Imagine you need to do research for a project. Normally, you open Google, you search 10 different websites, you read articles, you highlight key points, you organize notes. That could take an hour or more. An AI agent can do all of that in a few minutes. It searches multiple sources at once, it reads everything, it filters unreliable information, it extracts key insights, and it compiles a structured report automatically. Now take email management. Most people spend hours every week in their inbox, reading messages, replying, sorting spam, prioritizing urgency. An AI agent can take over this entire flow. It can draft replies in your tone, flag important messages, summarize long email threads, and even suggest responses before you open your inbox. It doesn't just assist you, it runs the system for you. Now scheduling. Normally it's a slow back and forth process, but an AI agent can directly access calendars, find free time across multiple people, book meetings, send invites, and adjust if conflicts appear. Now scale this into business operations. AI agents can already handle customer support conversations, process refunds and requests, manage marketing campaigns, track analytics and generate reports, automate HR and onboarding tasks, and this is just the beginning. So, what does all of this mean for you personally? If you work in an office job, admin role, marketing, research, or anything digital, parts of what you do every day are already being replaced. Not your entire job overnight, but specific tasks inside your job. And that matters, because the people who will succeed are not the ones who avoid this change, but the ones who learn how to work with it. If you understand AI agents early, you don't lose value. You multiply it. You become faster without working longer hours. You can focus on high-value thinking instead of repetitive tasks. You start managing systems instead of doing everything manually. If you run a business, the impact is even bigger. You can reduce operational costs, automate customer interactions, scale content production, and handle more output without increasing staff. You can serve more customers without increasing your workload. You can respond instantly instead of making people wait. You can test ideas faster and adapt quickly. You can do more with less and faster. And for individuals just starting out, this is one of the biggest opportunities in years, because early adoption always creates advantage. The earlier you learn this, the bigger your edge becomes. And right now, most people are still not paying attention. Just like social media early adopters, early coders, early digital marketers, AI agents represent that same kind of shift, but faster, because adoption speed is increasing every month, and the tools are becoming easier to use, which means the barrier to entry is dropping quickly.
Most people are still not paying attention to this yet. To them, AI is still just a chatbot that writes text or answers questions. But behind the scenes, a major shift is already underway. AI systems are evolving from assistants into operators, from tools into workers, from responses into actions. And by the time most people realize what's happening, it's already too late to be early. So the real question is simple. Will you learn to work with this change early, or will you be trying to catch up later? Because in the world that's coming, the advantage won't go to the people who work the hardest. It will go to the people who know how to use the systems that work for them.